Hello, my name is Bílý Matěj. I'm from the Institute for the Study of Totalitarian Regimes, Czech Republic. The question for today is, was the 1956 events a revolution? The events in Czechoslovakia after the 20th Congress of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union obviously cannot be seen as a revolution, but it still meant a breaking point for the development of the Czechoslovak communist regime. Despite the fact that the Czechoslovak population got acquainted with the content of Khrushchev's secret speech, there was no significant widespread social pressure for profound political changes. Disapproval with the previous development was voicing most openly by the students, some parts of intelligentsia and the artists, but they failed to get wider support of another segments of the society. The reason, in my opinion, reflected the fact that the communist power in Czechoslovakia found itself in a certain crisis earlier in 1953. Hence, the Communist Party took some measures which relatively stabilized the system. In 1956, the process of transformation of the communist power in Czechoslovakia was proceeding already. To some extent, the economic situation had been stabilized as well, and the main public discontent caused by the 1953 controversial currency reform had mostly gone. So, in comparison to another Eastern Bloc countries, an impulse in the form of low living standards was absent in Czechoslovakia in 1956. In response to the 20th Congress of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, only cosmetic political changes took place in Czechoslovakia. However, the event accelerated process which had begun in 1953. The most extreme rhetoric about the international situation, as well as sweeping repressions against the loyal segments of the society, were receding, and the attempts to boost consumption and living standards intensified. This retreat from the revolutionary phase of the dictatorship and the efforts to set up steadier, more stable conditions were very welcomed by the Czechoslovak society. Therefore, the events of 1956 did not mean a revolution per se, but it was the beginning of significant changes in thinking of both the society and the political elite. And 12 years later, this process led to the well-known Prague Spring.